Hi everybody and welcome for the second game of this court 1. It will be a women's game to the right now against Singapore and Malaysia, two young teams in this Asian Sea Games. So it will begin in a few seconds and it those the two teams are already ready to fight and it's on against those two teams, and Singapore is in black, Malaysia are in white, and it begins directly with a nice drive again from the Malaysian team. Unfortunately they lost the puck. A big fight again. Oh, and Singapore who are already pushing through the uh, but unfortunately a foul against Singapore was signaled by the referees, so it would let a bit of fresh air for the Malaysian team. And it's on again for Malaysia. Do they manage to push the puck a bit more? No, Singapore got the puck again. They are going directly to the left side of the pool of the court. Sorry. And for the moment, Singapore is really dominating. Look at how they managed to find the other colleague, and they are going through the goal and the shot, and that's the first goal. That's the first goal for Singapore, and yes, it's confirmed by the referees. So it's already 1-0 for Singapore right now. And what a start. What a start for the Singapore team. Really pushing through the Malaysia's defense and scored the goal really quickly in that competition. It's on it. And Malaysia got the puck. They are struggling to keep the puck. They are already on the walls. They stayed on the left side. And Singapore are counter-attacking again. But as I told before, the Malaysian team is a really young team, and Singapore are pushing again. They are going through the net. Oh, what a counter-attack again, and it will be in. Nice shot. They are pushing again. Maybe the puck was not in, but she followed the action, and yes, that's the second goal of that game. So Singapore already 2 goals above Malaysia. That's a really big start for the Singapore team. They are really pushing. They're really wanting it. A goal from the number 13, Ina. And already 2-0 for Singapore. There is a bit more than 4 minutes remaining in the first half. And they are going against each other, but Malaysia will try to fight back, but it will be complicated for and Singapore got the puck again. And look at that counter attack again from the Singapore. Maybe they will go directly to score the third goal. They try to defend. It will not be enough. I think they are going and not. Yes, the puck is well defended by the Philippines. Not the Philippines, sorry, from Malaysia. Oh, it was close. It was close for Singapore to score the third goal, but it's not over yet. It's not over. They are going back again. They try to shoot, and they followed against the action, and that's it. Is that the third goal? Sorry, confirmed. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So it's 3-0 right now between Singapore and Malaysia. With that goal from Priscilla Eng. And that kind of really big start from Singapore. But that's a good opportunity, those again, for that young team of Malaysia. But for the moment, it's a bit complicated for them against Singapore. And look again, it will be. Does she found his teammates? Yes, it looks like it. Is that in? Is the puck in? And yes, it is, and it's already 4-0 right now between Singapore and Malaysia. It begins to be complicated for Malaysia, but what a strength from the Singapore team. They are keeping in a really big way. And already 4-0, we are still in the first half of that game. And Singapore who got the puck again.
Philippines clearing on the drive once again. Here they come down the wall. That's number 8, Jackie Jewett driving down the wall.
And like you can imagine, it's the 4-4 bout today. So the good point with the 4-4 is that there are really more space, and it can be a little bit better for counter attacks and to let your speed speaks for you.
Here we come out of the backfield. Jackie takes the puck, throws it across. Oh, good interception by
And
Indonesia.
Malaysia gets the opportunity to score one goal right now. There is a bit more than 1 minute left in the first half of that game between Singapore and Malaysia. As I said before, it's already 4-0 for Singapore. And Singapore already got the puck again. They're trying to push on the left side of the court. Does they manage to luck again? Is it well defended by Malaysia, but maybe it will be not enough. There is nobody on there, and I think the fifth goal just occurred right now. Yes, it's confirmed by the referees. They are really deep, and pushing against Malaysia. Are struggling to defend against the Singapore team. That's really a big impression they are giving like right now. And it's so 5-0 and only a few seconds remaining on the first half, and Singapore are keep on pushing. Like you can see right now, it will be maybe that's a bit complicated for Malaysian team for their first game of the competition, but they are trying to struggle. Will it be enough? Like another big shot again for Singapore. I think no goal, because it was already the end of the first half. So that's the half time right now, and Singapore for the moment is really dominating the Malaysian team. 5-0 at the end of the first half. So we see us in a few seconds for the beginning of the second half against Singapore and Malaysia. We'll see you soon. a rude experience for Malaysian team,
Both teams will change ends here at the halftime.
but it's a
2
good
minutes
one
to
though.
chat with their
And
coaches
it's on
and
again,
get their game plan
and
going
Singapore got
into the
already the
second
puck.
half. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with
Oh,
you
nice,
in a
nice
few
cover
minutes. Again, thank
for
you to
Malaysian
keeping that
team,
line. And again, for
or maybe
our
it's
supporters here in the stands at the games, we hope you're enjoying the matches here. The 30th C Games here in
they
2018 underwater
are
hockey
struggling to
championship.
push into the Singapore zone, but maybe they did on that action. Will they manage to? It's complicated, like a really big defense again for of Singapore, and directly experience again. Maybe a counter attack because they are going to the right side of the pool. Are they pushing well enough? Yeah. Singapore just got the puck back, and they are going back into the Malaysian goal, and they are coming. Uh, is it in? Is it in? I think it will be confirmed by the referees again. Yes, it is. And it's really a good counter attack because Malaysia tried to push it through, but a big defense from the Singapore team, and they finally managed to score a goal against Malaysia. So they are really struggling to find the key. They are. It's really complicated for Malaysia right now. They are struggling in. They are really struggling into that competition, no, not into that game. And look again, like they lost already the puck, and maybe the eighth goal again. And yes, that's the eighth goal of the game. And like really a big game from Singapore to for the opening in the
All right, we're
competition.
back and we're
They
ready
keep
here.
on
Second
pushing.
quarter.
They really keep on pushing, and they will
Philippines
never
and
let
Indonesia. Philippines trying to
and they will
push it
never
to
let any chance
advantage early
to
here
Malaysia.
to switch ends. Indonesia now pushing in on Philippines, but they make a good drive back out along that wall.
Malaysia will try again
Indonesia trying to
to
make a
push.
drive across, and there's a call
Nice
from
covered
the referee.
by Singapore. But as I told before, the Malaysian team is a really young team.
And that will be against Indonesia, so the Philippines will get advantage puck here.
And look at that counter attack from Singapore on the left side.
Philippines now
He will
moving.
try to go
Nice
back
quick
into the
move
goal.
from Singapore.
Whoa, nice,
Good job here
nice
on the
move
offensive
from
end of the
Singapore
score there,
again,
trying to find
and
a
that's
pass to their teammates.
and that's
And Philippines finally breaking out
another
from that
goal scored.
small lead
Yeah,
trail and
after
moving
that
all the way
amazing
across
move,
deep into Indonesia territory now. They're trying to
pretty
make their
smooth,
way towards the goal, but
pretty
they got a
smooth,
call out
and
again on
that's
the referee.
another goal for Singapore. So obviously right now the victory is
And it's
pretty
going
obvious,
to be
but
against the Philippines this time.
Malaysia will try to
I believe the referee was
to
calling
push
a
till the
personal
end
foul.
to try to score that goal. It will be
And it's a
so
penalty against the
important
Philippines as well. So
for them
Indonesia
in anyway
will have
because
4 players on the
scoring in
water
the
and the Philippines
first
3.
SEA Games can
And
be really a
good
huge thing.
opportunity here.
You think
See
to
if they
tell
can capitalize on
to
that
your
big
son
advantage.
maybe,
And they start out right away by driving it down along
but
that
for the
wall.
moment
Philippines intercepts though and
Singapore got the puck
knocks
again.
that down. Trying to just hold things up here at center court. They're going to try and work that penalty time off if they can and get that player back.
2 minutes remaining of the second half of that game.
Indonesia
If
needs
you
to
join us right now, welcome
push
first
it
of
as
all.
well.
And we are
They
in
do
the
have that
second
call
game of the day
coming
at the
for
first women's
the
game.
Philippines
We are in
zone.
the court A, and
Back and
look at
forth they
that.
go. Philippines
Malaysia
great job on the
who
defense.
tries
That
to
comes back
push
right now
and
towards
score their
Indonesia.
first goal.
Indonesia
Unfortunately, they
will
lost the puck right
have a
now,
player in the water at the moment. Back and forth they go.
but they try to hook
Indonesia
it
making a great stop
to
there.
go at the goal again. Did they manage to keep the puck?
And Philippines manages to get that, makes a breakout. Oh, a good little play there.
And no, counter
Nice
attack from
defender back
Singapore
to
again.
drive.
That's too bad because they got an opportunity right
And
now and
Philippines
nobody is able
working up
to
the guard.
coming
They're
back.
pushing
Look at that
to try to
apnea.
get
That's amazing. That's
Indonesia
counter
trying to
attack
stop
with,
the push by the Philippines
and it
player,
will
but they
be
do. The net
in
goes outside
with
along
that
the
amazing counter
back of the
attack.
goal and a big drive coming back by Indonesia now.
And yes, the goal is confirmed, but what a counter-attack from Singapore. That's really tough for Malaysia right now, but
Indonesia scored
that
once
was
again.
pretty impressive. Another goal from Shinaso, but what an apnea, what a speed, and what a goal.
It's another goal. Great drive down towards the corner and then off that corner wall by the Philippines. And they will score.
So 10-0 against for Singapore against Malaysia.
And they're back at full strength.
Only 1 minute remaining.
That goal was by number 1 again, JB Lim.
Again, a nice pass.
And here comes the face-off. Indonesia getting to the puck.
And Singapore, who is pushing again, coming from the left side of the court and trying to come back into the goal. Only 20 seconds remaining of the second half. Is already the end of that game, but maybe any time for another goal for Singapore. They got time. They are really not far from the goal, but nice defense from Malaysia. They are keeping their defense again. They are still in front of but they lost the puck. And the goal is confirmed by the referees at the buzzer, if we can say it so, because at the end of that game between Singapore and Malaysia, and the score is pretty big for Singapore, 10-0. So we will see us in a few minutes for the next game on the court one. So stay with us. We'll see us soon, and congratulations to Singapore.